Alright, this is my second attempt at part 2 here. Basically, this is part 2 of backup solutions. I'm going to be talking now about more solid backup solutions, more backup solutions for, long-term backup solutions, not just little USB keys that will have Windows installed keys or iPods that have just basic applications on it. Although these are good. These are good to have. But I'm going to talk a bit more about solid backup solutions. I'll start with the Mac side, just because that's what I use primarily, and what I'm focused on backing up, just because it's my primary system. On my, I use I have two backup solutions. One being Time Machine. Time Machine is a great program. Basically, what it does is back up your system as you're using it, which is nice. So basically, it's just copying all your data to an external drive. Don't use Time Machine on the same drive. I don't think you can do it, but if you can, don't do that. Just because if you can't if you have a problem with your drive, then you won't be able to access that backup data. So, anyways, it backs up the data to an external drive. Works great. If you're not familiar with Time Machine, go to the Apple website, look it up, or just Google it, YouTube it, something, read about it. Basically, it's just a backup solution for Mac OS X. It's an amazing backup solution. So basically, a scenario is I've used my little USB key to restore OS X or install OS X on my system once again, and I need to get my data back. I have installed basic applications off of my iPod. This is an iPod, it's just in a wacky case. So, off of my iPod, but I need all my data back. So, I have an external drive. I can't really show it to you because it's hooked up over there, and it kind of hard to show you it when it's all the way hooked up over there. Backing up, actually. Actually, it's backing up on this system. Maybe not. Alright, so what I tend to do when Time Machine backups, I tend to do a Time Machine backup every day. If I can, at least 2 to 3 times a week, if I can, because it changes every once in a while. Maybe I don't do so much on my system, or I don't have time to wait for it to back up. I'm kind of pushy in that way. I kind of want my stuff done like that, and I want to keep using my system. So I tend to back up at night if I have time, depending how late I'm up to, because of course, if I'm up till 5 in the morning, and then set it to back up before I go to bed and wake up at 8 o'clock, there's not as much time as it needs to back up. So, because it does take a while. I do have a 500 gigabyte drive in the system, very, very good drive. I love this drive. I actually purchased it and upgraded it myself. So the drive is bigger, and it has a lot more data on it, so it does take a little bit longer to back up. Now, some of you people may have 160 gigabyte drives, 80 gigabyte drives, or even 300 gigabyte drives. Those won't take as much time depending on how much data you have. So, anyways, Time Machine, great solution. It basically just backs up your system and copies all the data. Now, if Time Machine fails me, which it has, basically my Time Machine backups were on a hard drive that failed, and my computer also failed. So, yeah, it wasn't a great day. I was pretty frustrated. There maybe were a few words that came out of my mouth that I probably should have said. But the second backup solution I have is I do images, actual images of my drive. Meaning it's like a full copy of your hard drive, and it's just a disk image. It's one little file, and basically that file is great because you can just restore it again. So I do disk image backups. I try to do them twice a month. Twice a month. Sometimes more. I can't say twice as much. Twice as much is like the worst thing. If I only have time to do it twice a month, it's kind of the bad end of it. But if I do have time, I try to do more. So it's disk image backup. It's never as up to date as Time Machine, but if Time Machine does fail me, I do have something to go back to that will help me get some of my data back. So those are my two solutions for OS X. Basically, what I back up to. I back up to two things. I have two places I back up. I back up one to an external hard drive, which is a 1.5 terabyte drive. I carry it with me in my bag at all times. well, whenever I'm carrying my bag at least, I carry this drive with me, which is good, because, you know, if I'm ever... So these are great and all, but I do, at all times, usually do have my larger drive to back up to, but I still need one of these to install OS 10, and I can do my Time Machine backups, or my image backups. So, that's, so I do have this 1.5 terabyte drive. It's split into 3 partitions. Mac backup, which has basically installers of Mac applications that I do. I've got like Final Cut on there. Games like Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty, I forget, 3, Call of Duty 4 at least, as well as Quake 1, or Quake 3 and Quake 4. Just games, World of Warcraft, all my games and all my application kind of thing. Not just games, but a lot of applications like, oh, I can't even remember all the applications I have on my system. I've got so many. So I do have those backed up on this Mac backup, as well as I have a Time Machine partition, which is for Time Machine. It's a 500 gigabyte partition. It's the same size as my drive, which I do recommend. If you're gonna do backups with Time Machine, at least get the same the same size of your actual hard drive. That's in the worst case scenario. Best case scenario, go for double. Unfortunately, I have a 500 gigabyte drive in this laptop. Double is 1 terabyte, and I did want to have more room than that. So, I have a Mac backup partition, a Time Machine partition for doing my Time Machine backups, and then I have a Windows partition that contains install disks for. It doesn't contain actual install disks, but images for install disks of the newest Windows 7 build, as well as Windows Vista Ultimate. I think it's Ultimate. I mean, it's Premium, Home Premium. Anyways, my Windows Vista disk, as well as finally, Windows 7, Windows Vista, and Windows XP. So I've got those 3 images on there, as well as all the important Windows applications. So all my Windows applications are on there. All my Mac applications are on there. I don't deal with disks anymore. Disks are not too complicated, but too easily lose, scratch, and destroy. Basically, they're so easy. Friends pick up, I have friends over, friends pick up discs, don't know what it is, they kind of throw it to the side kind of thing. You lose discs behind couches and stuff. So I tend to have all my data on one hard drive. So that is my external hard drive that I carry with me. I also have, actually, I just got this today. 500 gigabyte hard drive, brand new, Seagate. Seagate's a good brand. I prefer Western Digital, but Seagate's good. So this drive will actually be going into my backup computer. I do have another backup system that I use to back up all the same data I have on this computer, or all the same, as much of the same data as I can. So basically, my Time Machine backups as well as my Windows backups could also go onto that hard drive just in case. So that's my basic backup solution, or that's my more robust backup solution. As well as for Windows, I use Ghostcast. Can't remember who makes it. Oh, I paid, I think, $60 for it a year ago. Great thing. Basically, what it does is take an image of your hard drive, backs it up, and then you can just put it back on later, kind of thing. It's simple. Same thing as OS 10. So yeah, those are my basic backup solutions. Now for you, that's me. For you, if you're a basic user, I suggest USB key. If you're a very basic user, not doing much in your system, USB key with your documents on it. Save your documents as well as on your computer, but also on your USB key. Well, as I'm saying, as you're on your computer as well, because it's just so you don't lose it there as well. So USB key for more complex users, like a external hard drive. This one's internal at this point because it doesn't have an enclosure over it, but external hard drive, throw all your data on it, and if you have Mac OS 10, use Time Machine or Ghostcast for Windows. So those are my solutions. I hope you enjoy them. If you have any more questions, you can email me at TheZRTECH@gmail.com, or if you have any questions, please put them down in the comment section below, as well as hit the subscribe button, because I'm making many more videos, and I hope you enjoy them. So thank you very much for watching, and hope you enjoy part 2 of Backup Solutions.